It's time to open your storybook again. Can you guess what kind of story we are going to listen today? Let's find out. The story for today is Jesus feeds 5,000. This story is about a miracle that Jesus performed a long time ago. Jesus and his disciples were crossing to the far shore of the Sea of Galilee when a great crowd followed him. These people saw Jesus performing miracles and healing the sick, so they wanted to see more. That's why they followed Jesus. Jesus went up on a mountainside and sat down with his disciples. It was getting late and people were getting hungry. The disciples were very worried. They wanted to send these people away so they can buy food for themselves. But when Jesus looked up and saw a great crowd coming toward him, he asked Philip, one of his disciples, "Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?" Philip answered, "We would need a lot of money to buy food for these people. We would need to work almost a year to pay for the food." But Jesus told the disciples to see if anyone in the crowd had food to share. Do you think they could find enough food among the crowd for everyone? Just then, another of his disciples, Andrew, noticed a small boy with a lunchbox. He said to Jesus, "Here, there is a small boy who has 5 loaves of bread and 2 small fish. But how far will they go among so many people?" But Jesus replied, "Ask everyone to sit down." So the people sat down on the grass area, all 5,000 of them. Can you count from 1 all the way to 5,000? That's so many people! And that's not all. We haven't counted the women and the children yet. When everyone was seated, Jesus then took the loaves and while looking up to heaven, he gave thanks. He broke the loaves and distributed them to those who were seated for them to eat as much as they wanted. And he did the same with the fish. Amazingly, there was enough food for everyone. In fact, they ate so much and their tummies got very full, they couldn't finish all the food. When everyone had enough food to eat, Jesus then asked his disciples to gather the pieces that are left over. So they gathered them and filled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 baskets full of leftovers. After the people saw this miracle, they began to say, "Surely this is the prophet sent from above." Remember, there were 5 loaves of bread and 2 small fish, enough for only 1 boy to eat. But when Jesus prayed and gave thanks, there were more than 5,000 people all eating from this boy's small lunch box. And they could eat as much as they wanted. On top of that, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 baskets full of leftovers. What a wonderful miracle!
Isn't that amazing, Rena? You see, whatever you have, no matter how small, when you give it to Jesus, Jesus is going to multiply it, overflowing in so much that you will have leftovers. That is our Lord Jesus. He's the Son of God who can do so many wonderful miracles, and He still does them even today. Aren't you glad to be on Jesus' team? I surely am. And that's the end of our story today. It's time for me to say bye, Rena! See you next time!